Good evening, dear participants. Today we will discuss the structural equation modeling. So, structural equation modeling, it is complex and advanced statistical tool. So, in a structural equation modeling, it is multivariate technique, and for this technique we need to understand the concept of the multiple regression analysis and concept of exploratory factor analysis, because both the techniques would be useful in the uh, structural equation modeling. So multivariate analysis means when we analyze more than two independent and dependent variables simultaneously, we use multivariate technique. Is it clear? So in a multivariate technique, basically there are two types of uh, technique. One is dependence technique and another is interdependence technique. So yesterday we discussed the difference between the dependence and interdependence techniques. So today we will highlight the structural equation modeling, and second is the confirmatory factor analysis. So for testing the SEM, in the first step we check the validity and reliability of the confirmatory factor analysis or measurement model. It is also known as measurement model. Once my measurement model is okay, then we specify the exogenous and endogenous construct in a structural model form, and again we test the structural model of the थ्योरी, जो भी किसी पर्टिकुलर थ्योरी के बेस पे जो भी हम मॉडल अपना बना रहे हैं वो टेस्ट करते हैं. सो in a multiple regression analysis, in the first step we will perform the structure the confirmatory factor analysis. Am I audible? Can you hear me properly? मेरी आवाज कम तो नहीं आ रही है?
We are able to hear, sir.
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So it is the advanced statistical tool. Now I am showing you the research paper of this technique. So generally the you can write research papers. एक minute में. So I'm opening some research paper before starting the structural equation modeling. So the first paper you can see here, application of application in this research paper. The title of this paper is an application of theory of plant behavior to predict the intention and practice of nursing staff toward physical restraint used in long-term care facilities, structural equation modeling. So in the structural equation modeling, first of all, we should define our conceptual model. So we can see here the conceptual model of this research paper based on the theory of plant behavior. And in the theory of plant behavior, there are five components. So one is attitude, subjective norms, perceived behavioral control, intention, practice. These are the five components of the uh, theory of plant behavior. So basically in a structural equation modeling, we test or verify the theory. Is it clear? So we have developed our questionnaire or research instrument on the basis of theory of plant behavior, and in this model we can see there are some questions relating to the model. So in the attitude construct, it has 4 questions and 5 questions of subjective norms and 3 questions of perceived behavioral control and the and and some questions of the intention. Is it clear? Intention means 3 questions of intention. So we should keep in mind when we are applying structural equation modeling, we should develop our questions through particular theory or model. So on the basis of that model, we will test our theories. Is it clear? So same as you can see the another research paper, that is the expanded, expanding the theory of plant behavior to reveal urban residents pro environmental travel behavior. So here again you can see there is theory of plant behavior. It means in a structural equation modeling, if you want to apply, then we should identify the particular theory. My research based on this particular theory. If I want to check the buying behavior pattern of buyers, so I know my research based on the theory of plant behavior, and I will search that research instrument from the literature. After literature review, I can find out the model. Is it clear? So this is my hypothetical model. Your model may be different. Then we will test this model, and this is my confirmatory factor analysis. So each construct has 3 or more questions. Then these are the results. This is the confirmatory factor analysis model second. You can see. So we will prepare this model in a Amos software. This is the second part of the structural model, and the first part of the structural equation modeling, that is the confirmatory factor analysis, or other name is measurement model. So first of all, we will check or estimate the validity and reliability of the measurement model. Once we hello आर यू, क्या मुझे आप सुन पा रहे हैं?
यस सर,
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ हमें तो सुनाई दे रही है,
Yes,
बट
sir.
शायद नहीं, एक पार्टिसिपेंट ने लिखा
एक
है
पार्टिसिपेंट को शायद सुनाई दे रही है।
शिवानी, मेरी आवाज नहीं सुनाई आ रही? शिवानी ने, बाकी पार्टिसिपेंट्स मुझे बताइए। हेलो प्रखर, मेरी आवाज सुनाई आ रही है?
You are audible,
I
sir.
think शिवानी जी के उधर कनेक्शन में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है।
अच्छा 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 अच्छा
आवाज आ रही है
सर,
सर?
आपकी आवाज एकदम क्लियर है सर। वो लगता है
ठीक है।
उन्होंने म्यूट आपको किया होगा, इस वजह से नहीं सुन रही।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, थैंक यू क्योंकि शिवानी ने लिखा ना। So in the second step, we check the model validity and reliability. So basically, in a structural equation modeling, we perform in 2 stages, and our intention to find out there are 2 approaches. The first approach, we check or examine the goodness of fit indices, and second is evaluate the construct validity and reliability of the measurement model. So there are 2 approaches when we perform the structural equation modeling. we will report the results of goodness of fit indices and as well as construct validity and reliability. Is it clear? There are two broad approaches, and you can see every research paper. So I'm showing you the third research paper. In this research paper, the title of this paper, application of extended theory of plant behavior model to investigate purchase intention of a green product among Thai consumers. So here again, you can see the model, conceptual model or proposed research framework. If you want to apply the structural equation modeling in your research paper or thesis, you should develop the conceptual or hypothetical or proposed research framework. And in this research framework, there are six construct. One is environmental concern, environmental knowledge, attitude, subjective norm, perceived well control, purchase intention. So these are the construct, and we will take questions on the basis of this theory of plant behavior. So we will not prepare question from our own knowledge. We will prepare our question on the basis of particular theory or model. So now you can see the research methodology part. So how to prepare questionnaire for this research work. So the author described here in a research methodology part. You can see this is a research methodology part. How he developed the questionnaire. So, एक minute. Yes. So the measures, the measurement variable. Sorry. Yes, the measurement model. The considered for each construct used in this study were either selected or modified from previous studies. A total of 6 constructs were used. The first was attitude toward green products on 3 items extracted from the previous studies. Second, the validated 3 items were measured to subjective norm taken from the previous study. It means whatever questions you are using in a structural equation modeling, you should give the supporting document that we have taken these questions from the other authors or other the valid scale. We cannot use our own questions कि मैं अपनी डायरी में क्वेश्चन लिख लूं और फिर मैं चाहूं कि इसको मैं चेक कर लूं. No, it is same as because our purpose to measuring the particular phenomena in a structural equation modeling, we are testing or validating the particular phenomena through the structural equation modeling. Our purpose here not to create the new scale. Is it clear? So creation or construction of tool, it is separate study. But here our purpose to measuring the particular phenomena, we do not want to develop our own scale here. For example, if I want to measure the temperature, body temperature, so which statistical, which tool I will use? Can anybody tell me what should be the instrument for measuring the body temperature? Can anybody write in a chat box? How will I measure the temperature, body temperature? What is the tool name?
Yeah, sir, it will be centigrade or Fahrenheit.
No, the tool is or instrument name is thermometer. Through thermometer, I can measure the
Yes, sir.
temperature. Is it clear? If I want to measure the weight, so I have weighing machine. Is it clear? So in a social science, our research instrument means questionnaire. So there are 3 ways to develop the questionnaire. One is we adapt or we borrow a scale from the previous studies. In this case, same as in this case study, you can see here. And the second is we can modify our scale, existing scale. We can add or delete some questions in our existing scale, but we should give some supporting document. We should give reason why did we add new items or construct? Why did I remove existing construct or item? So we should give some supporting document. And third is we can develop our own new scale when there is no existing literature available to measure the particular phenomena. We can develop our own scale. So, so developing or constructing the new scale, it is very lengthy process. So here in this model, there are 6 constructs, and all the questions we have taken from the previous studies, and we have cited these. We have taken the attitude scale. So the if I press this, so the you can see the 99. The you can see the research paper number 99, ki Mustafa MM Shed. So we develop attitude scale from this the author. Is it clear? So in a structural equation modeling especially, we use tested scale. So this is another study. Now you can see the fourth study. In this study, people, in the title of this research paper, people's intention to use shared autonomous vehicle and extended theory of plant behavior. So again, you can see this is proposed model or theory of plant behavior, and this model has 8 constructs: behavioral, attitude, subjective norm, perceived, behavioral control. These are original scale construct, and behavioral belief, normative belief, control belief. So we added 3 more construct. So the now you can see the research methodology part. So how did they develop this research instrument? So survey instrument, the questionnaire included 4 parts. Is it clear? The 4 parts: one is travel characteristics, second intention, 2 use SAV, potential variable include attitude, subjective norm. So and then they tested this scale through measurement model and as well as structural model, and these are the results of the ये देखिए आप रिजल्ट देख सकते हैं इसमें. नेक्स्ट रिसर्च पेपर, the applying an extended theory of plant behavior for sustaining a landscape restaurant. So you can apply this model in any service industry. So they applied this scale in a restaurant industry. So here you can see the hypothetical model. There are total 5 construct: attitude, subjective norm, perceived behavioral control, and the researcher added the one component, that is landscape and perception and preference. So why did he include this particular construct? What was the purpose? Then he described in a research methodology part why did he add this particular questions. Is it clear? So, and these are the questions of the theory of plant behavior. One is attitude, subjective norm, perceived will control, and the new scale, that is landscape perception and preferences. Is it clear? And last is behavioral intention. So whatever questions we are taking in a structural equation modeling, all the questions should based on the particular theory, and we should cite them. If we have taken this construct from this authors, or the second construct from the other study, so we should give the detail of the your research instrument. How did you develop the research instrument? So in all the research paper you can see, so we perform the structural equation modeling in 2 steps. The first step, that is the first step, examine of goodness of fit indices, and second is evaluate the construct validity and reliability of the specified measurement model. Now this is now I am taking this case study to perform the structural equation modeling. My lecture based on the theory of plant behavior. So the original theory says there are 5 components. One is attitude, subjective norms, perceived behavioral control, purchase intention, and purchase behavior. So I'm using this scale in service industry, tourism industry, and the first question related to attitude toward visit Shimla. So attitude has 4 questions. I select Shimla as my travel destination in future. I think that visiting Shimla is a good idea. And the second construct, that is subjective norm, it has 3 items or questions. My family thinks that I should visit Shimla rather than other hill destinations, same as the perceived behavioral control. It has 4 items of questions, then purchase intention and purchase behavior, and all the questions in a Likert scale, 7-point Likert scale. So in a structural equation modeling, we will prepare our question on the basis of particular theory. And so I developed this scale on the basis of theory of plant behavior, and the total questions, 17 questions. I did not include any question from my own knowledge. ठीक है ना, ये सारे के सारे मैंने
Excuse
as
me,
it
sir.
is.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
I would like to make the request here.
Yes, sir.
On the same criteria, I have developed my questionnaire, sir. I have given
Yes.
the chat box. So those
Yeah,
of
yeah.
us in the group who are on finance, having good knowledge of finance, they may please respond to enable me to have sufficient data, sir.
देखिए सर ने वो दिया है गूगल फॉर्म. सो आप सर का क्वेश्चनर है, इसको आप कॉपी करके अपने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में इसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दीजिए. इससे जो डेटा है सर का वो आ जाएगा. तो ये भी स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड स्केल सर ने यूज किया है, और टॉपिक का नाम है एंजल इन्वेस्टमेंट इन इंडिया प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स एंड चैलेंजेस. मेरे ख्याल में 40-50 करीब के क्वेश्चंस हैं, तो वो आप इसको गो थ्रू करके चैट बॉक्स से डिस्ट्रीब्यूट भी कर सकते हैं. So this is my standard questionnaire. So when we should keep in mind when we are applying a structural equation modeling, our question should based on any particular theory. If I want to measure buying behavior, so I know that the theory of plant behavior appropriate for measuring the buying behavior. Is it clear? So
Also,
I
there is one question, like suppose we are taking the question from some structured, yeah, some based, as you were saying, ke on some basis already what is being tested, retested, है ना? So we
yes,
have
yes,
taken the questions from that particular research paper with reference to particular researcher.
yes,
Now,
yes,
when
yes.
you apply that structure question modeling, or you want to apply EFA on that, so it is
No, no.
necessary uh, कि the dimensions या construct जो है वो same ही आए, same variables आए, same dimensions
No,
आए
no.
again.
No, actually, when we are using tested scale, we do not need to apply exploratory factor analysis. Otherwise, what will happen? For example, attitude has 4 questions. When you apply exploratory factor analysis, so items of the attitude will uh, come under the other factors. ठीक है ना, ये प्रॉब्लम आती है इसमें. तो टेस्टिंग स्केल, बिकॉज एक्सप्लोरेटरी फैक्टर, द पर्पज ऑफ एक्सप्लोरेटरी फैक्टर एनालिसिस टू data reduction and summarization. So if you are applying modified scale or new scale develop, we are doing new scale, then you need to conduct exploratory factor analysis. But if you are using tested scale, then there is no need to perform the exploratory factor analysis. If you do it, then your construct or item will be dispersed. बिल्कुल as it is नहीं आएंगे. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So I distributed this questionnaire, and the once I distribute this questionnaire to the respondent, then after getting all the questions, I will enter my data in a SPSS sheet. So this is my questionnaire. Total questions, 17 questions, and then you can see total number of observations, I think 300. I distributed this questionnaire to 300 respondent. So first step of structural equation modeling to enter all data in a SPSS sheet, and then you can create the graph. I think it is visible, this Amos graphic. So we will run a structural equation modeling in a Amos graphic. It is extended model of the SPSS. Now question is, what should we do in a structural equation modeling? So there are two approaches. One is goodness of fit indices. The first part of the structural equation modeling, we will report the results of goodness of fit indices. So there are 5 things in a goodness of fit indices. The one is the value, the C mean by degree of freedom. This value should be less than 1 ideally or theoretically, but sometime if it is 3 to 5, it is okay, no problem, but we should give some supporting documents if it is outside this range. And there are 3 another goodness of fit indices. One is absolute fit measures, incremental fit measures, parsimonious fit measures. All the values should be greater than the 0.95. Why this is cutoff area? Because the basically in a goodness of fit index, the difference is observed covariance matrix and and estimated matrix. If it is 1 and the estimated value 0.95, so error is 0.05. So near to 1 treated as good value. If values away from the 1 like 0.8, it means 20% error. So our goodness of fit indices value should be near to 1, and the cutoff value, that is 0.95, but it is also depend on the number of variables and as well as number of construct and sample size. If sample size more, then this value may vary. It may be the 0.9 also. Is it clear? So and the fifth value of the goodness of fit indices, that is badness. One badness of fit indices, that is RMSEA. RMSEA means root mean square error approximation. Its value, badness means its value should near to 0, and the cutoff value is 0.08. So one badness of fit index value should be less than 0.08. If all the 5 value okay, then we can say there is no problem of goodness of fit of our measurement model. And second part of this, the evaluate the construct validity and reliability of the specified model. In a convergent validity, we estimate convergent validity and as well as discriminant validity. So we report the results of convergent validity and as well as discriminant validity. So there are 3 criteria to estimate the convergent validity. One is standardized factor loading. Second is the standardized factor loading value should be greater than this value should be greater than 708. Average variance expected value should be greater than 0.5, and reliability, again its value should greater than 0.7. If all the values above the cutoff value, so we can say there is no issue of convergent validity. Next is discriminant validity. And a discriminant validity means the construct like attitude, subjective norm, perceived behavioral control, and so on. So there should not be a correlation among the construct. Means all the construct should be interdependent. There should not be any correlation. Means uncorrelated. The attitude can measure only the concept of attitude. It cannot measure the concept of subjective norm. So the attitude completely unrelated to subjective norm. So we check this through the discriminant validity, and last is the nomological validity. Nomological validity says if there are two variable y and x, the purchase behavior and attitude, there are two variable. If the positive attitude, naturally your purchase behavior would be positive. So if the relationship between dependent and independent variable positive, and theory also says there is a positive relationship between the two, if both the results same, then we can say there is no issue of nomological validity. But generally we report the results of convergent validity and the convergent validity and the discriminant validity. So now you can see the how to estimate the convergent validity, discriminant validity, and goodness of fit indices. So now in this case study, you can see there are five construct: attitude, subjective norm, pursuit will control, purchase intention, purchase behavior. So here we are estimating the convergent validity. One is the method A, factor loading. So all the questions factor loadings should be greater than 0.708. This the attitude, it is item of attitude construct. So it is nothing but correlation between the item 1 with attitude, and this factor loading value should be greater than the 0.708. So we will check whether all the constructs items factor loading greater than 0.708 or not. So it is okay. Now you can see all the values above the cutoff value, but in practical it is not necessary our values always greater than 0.708. Sometimes these value may be less than the cutoff value. Some values may less than the cutoff value. Then what should we do? Then we will check the average variance extracted, and its value should be greater than 0.5 or 50%. Is it how? We will square the factor loading. We will square this value plus square of this value plus square of this value plus square of this value, and divided by number of items. So there are 4 items. Then we will get the value is 61.97 or 0.6197, which is greater than 0.5. For second construct, again it is greater than 0.5. The third construct greater than 0.5, greater than 0.5. So there is no issue of convergent validity. And the third is to check the the third value, composite reliability, construct reliability. So here our construct reliability, the all the value should be greater than 70%. So in our case, the all the values greater than 70%. Now the second part of the construct validity, discriminant validity. In a discriminant validity, there are 5 component: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is symmetric matrix. So I'm taking lower triangular matrix. I'm not writing here the upper triangular matrix value because it is symmetric matrix. So here in a principal diagonal, we take all the values of the average variance extracted, the AVE value of the attitude 0.619, SN subjective norm 0.7567. Is it clear? So these are the values, and off diagonal values. These are off diagonal values. These as values known as SIC. SIC means squared inter-construct correlation. First of all, we will get the results of correlation of attitude with subjective norm. Then we will square that value and put in a off diagonal. So the criteria is AVE value should greater than the SIC squared interconstruct correlation. So here all the values below the cutoff value of average variance expected सारी values यहाँ पे कम है. तो दो ही चीजें हम इसमें report करते हैं. Now the same thing we can see in a research paper also, how to report the results. So my first paper was this. Is it clear? So what the title of this paper is? An application of theory of plant behavior to predict intention and practice nursing staff toward physical restraint used in long-term care facilities structural equation modeling. So the first of all we will develop our the proposed or hypothetical model, and then we will develop our research instrument. So after developing the research instrument, we will check the measurement model validity, and finally we will perform a structural model. So these are the general information, descriptive statistics, mean and standard deviation of the all the questions. So these are mean values. They divided this sample in two group, one nurses and nursing assistants. These are values. Now they directly applied the structural equation modeling, and we will report the results. ये देखिए report result करना है ये, ठीक है. Same as in the another second research paper. एक मिनट. Yes, the standardized factor loading, average variance expected, and construct reliability. So these are the average variance expected values, and last column construct reliability, all the values should be greater than 0.7, and these are standardized factor loading. So maximum value about the cutoff value, but only very few cases like the point OM5 with OM. So here it is less than 0.708. So there is no issue. We will not delete right now this item. We will take as it is. So this is my structural model, and then we will report the result. इस तरह से ये जो टेबल देख रहे हैं इसमें हम we will report result this way. So first मैं अब आपके सामने क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ मॉडल. I am selecting my data set. मैं भी data set open करके sorry data set मैं open कर लूँ पहले. इसका tourist buying behavior, ओके. ये मैं अपना डेटा सेट आपको शो कर देता हूँ. ये देखिए डेटा सेट है. डेटा सेट में हालांकि शो कर चुका हूँ. डेटा सेट है. Is it clear? So now we will create the diagram, part diagram. This is Amos graphics. So I am creating the graph. So in my model, there are 5 components. One is attitude, subjective norm, perceptual control. So first of all, we will select this oval shape construct. So it is very easy. First of all, they should create only one oval shape and then duplicate we do not need to create every time oval shape. We can copy, drag and drop. Copy करके drag and drop. We will do it here. And the first construct attitude. Attitude has 4 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second construct subjective norm, it has 3 items of questions. Then perceived behavioral control, it has 4 questions. Then 3 questions of purchase intention and 3 questions of purchase behavior. Is it clear? Then we will rotate, 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 rotate. Is it clear? Now we will select all the constructs and move inside this box and deselect, select all 5 construct 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I am rotating. चलिए मैं इसको rotate. Select all. एक मिनट. Rotate. इसका डायरेक्शन मैं चेंज कर रहा हूँ. वैसे उससे भी कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Now select all the 5 constructs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And plugins. There are 2 options. Manually you can correlate 2 constructs, or the another way you can use plugins. So press this button, plugins, and draw covariances, and then deselect. My model complete. I need to name each construct. So first construct name is attitude. So I am writing here the term AT. Instead of writing full name, you can give short name also. So attitude. Then या font size की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, 18 रख सकते हैं. Second construct name subjective norm. So SN subject. Third construct name PBC perceived behavioral control. Then PI purchase intention and purchase behavior. So total 5 constructs. So next step we will select our data set. So select data set, file name. The file name, my data in a documents TPB. The total sample size 300, and then OK. Now we will select this icon list variable in the data set, and after selecting, then we will drag and drop each item inside this rectangle. Is it clear? So if I drag and drop item attitude 1, then whole question will appear. So now I am doing undo it. So go to view, then interface properties and miscellaneous. Untick this display variable name, and then apply. And after apply, now you can drag and drop, or manually you can write. Manually we can write here, but it is better to drag and drop each construct inside the rectangle, each item inside the rectangle. So attitude has 4 questions. So coding of the my full question is you can see these are my questions. Is it clear? Now I am selecting the चलिए ऐसे ही इसको कर लेते हैं. सब्जेक्टिव नॉर्म 1 2 3. जब प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी तो उसको आप 5 मिनट में भी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं मॉडल को, पार्ट डायग्राम. Then 3 questions of purchase intentions and 3 questions of purchase behavior. Okay,
सर
my
एक
model
चीज
complete.
एक्सक्यूज
Yes,
मी
sir.
सर, एक चीज पूछना चाह रहे थे, ये कंस्ट्रक्ट में इज देयर एनी मिनिमा प्रेस्क्राइब्ड फॉर द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस?
Yes, 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 yes.
व्हाट इज
So
दैट?
yes, yes, yes. So minimum there should be 3 questions in each construct.
ओह, अच्छा.
When you apply the covariance based structural equation modeling
जी.
in a AMOS, we need to frame minimum 3 questions of each construct. If I take 2 or 1 question, it will show under identified model. Basically there are 3 types of model: over identified model, just identified model, and under identified model. So it will not run under identified model. So it is requirement or prerequisite of covariance based structural equation modeling. The minimum there should be 3 questions in each construct. But the limitation of this software AMOS, not limitation of PLS SEM. PLS, partial least square structural modeling, the another approach to estimating the model validity and reliability. This software is, इसका जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो सॉफ्टवेयर नेम स्मार्ट PLS, वो स्मार्ट PLS 4. ठीक है, उसके थ्रू हम लोग जो है उसमें अगर इवन इफ यू आर टेकिंग ओनली 1 क्वेश्चन इन ईच कंस्ट्रक्ट और किसी भी, तो भी वो मॉडल रन हो जाएगा स्मार्ट PLS सॉफ्टवेयर में. ठीक है सर?
दैट्स वेरी गुड, थैंक यू सर.
ओके, अब देखिए इसमें ये मेरा मॉडल कंप्लीट हो गया. नाउ आई नीड टू रन. अब मुझे रन करने की आवश्यकता है, तो ये आपका प्रेस दिस बटन एंड देन output standardized estimates, indirect direct total effects, and then clause, and after calculate estimate, the icon you can see the calculate estimate. The 17 variables are unnamed, means I did not give name of each error term. So how many error terms? 17. So how will I put the name? Use plugins, then name unobserved variable. Either you can write through E1 E2 manually or you can use plugins. अब मेरा मॉडल कंप्लीट हो गया. देखिए E1 E2 E3 these are error term. ठीक है ना? तो अब मॉडल मुझे रन करना है. कैलकुलेट एस्टिमेट्स, मॉडल रन हो गया. सो व्हाट शुड बी द नेम ऑफ दिस मॉडल? कुछ भी हम नाम दे सकते हैं इस मॉडल का. जैसे मैं ये KCW नाम दे रहा हूं. ठीक है, और ये CFA, देन सेव दिस फाइल, और ये मॉडल देखिए मेरा रन हो गया. इज इट क्लियर? मॉडल रन, ऑल दी वैल्यूज यू कैन सी, सारी वैल्यूज आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. नाउ यू कैन कॉपी एंड पेस्ट दिस मॉडल टू योर वर्ड फाइल. तो वर्ड फाइल पे मैं एक वर्ड फाइल शो कर रहा हूँ. तो वर्ड फाइल, यस. सो word file. We can copy this, एक मिनट, उसका model, you can copy that model and ये copy to clipboard and paste. ये देखिए पेस्ट कर दिया आपने, ठीक है. तो you can copy and paste. Now you can see the research paper. I am showing you in a देखिए फर्स्ट पार्ट कंप्लीट हो गया. रिसर्च पेपर मैं आपको शो कर रहा हूं. रिसर्च पेपर्स, ठीक है. सो ये इस तरीके का मॉडल हमने ये यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं. यू कैन नाउ वी विल क्रिएट दिस टाइप ऑफ टेबल. ये जो टेबल देख रहे हैं आप, हमको क्रिएट करना है. सो पहले इसको इंटरप्रेट कर दें कि मॉडल में ये वैल्यूज क्या बता रही हैं. सो मॉडल इज इट विजिबल. देखिए मॉडल आपको देख पा रहे हैं ना अब इसको. हाँ अब देखिए फॉर व्यू टेक्स्ट यू प्रेस दिस आइकॉन व्यू टेक्स्ट. व्यू टेक्स्ट, व्यू टेक्स्ट, देन पिंक कलर फोल्डर विल ओपन. देखिए यहां मैं इसको ओपन कर रहा हूं. इंटरप्रेट करना अब इसको देखिए. सो एनालिसिस द वेरिएबल समरी इन. So there are 17 observed and endogenous variable. देखिए इसका इंटरप्रिटेशन समझना बहुत जरूरी है. इंटरप्रिटेशन अगर हमें आ गया तो रिपोर्टिंग करने में आसानी हो जाएगी रिजल्ट्स को. माय मॉडल इज, so there are 5 components: attitude, subjective norm, pursued behavioral control, purchase intention, and purchase behavior. And attitude has 4 questions: 81, 82, 83, 84, SN, 1 SN, 2 SN, 3 PBC1, PBC2, PBC3, PBC4 और PI1, PI2, PI3 and PB1, PB2, PB3. थोड़ा सा मॉडल हमारा हो गया है ऊपर नीचे. ये देखिए सो द टर्म मैं यहाँ पे बना के दिखा रहा हूं आपको. द ऑब्जर्व्ड एंड endogenous. What does it mean? Observed and endogenous. How many observed and endogenous variable? The attitude, observed variable means questions, and endogenous means dependent. So attitude exogenous because arrow from construct to rectangle. So this is our the endogenous. It is just like in a simple regression analysis, y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x1 plus epsilon 0. So this E1 our error term, and this attitude 1 it is dependent variable, and beta 1 x1 is this. So it is observed and endogenous. Endogenous means dependent. So how many endogenous questions? 17. Unobserved means which directly we cannot observe. So we can observe attitude through 4 questions. These are the 4 questions of attitude. So same as subjective norm, I cannot directly observe. That is why it is unobserved. So how many unobserved? Attitude, subjective norm, the 5, and the 17 error term also unobserved. So we can see here the second is the unobserved exogenous variable. Unobserved exogenous, the 5 construct, attitude, subjective knock, perceived well control and purchase intention, and 17 error terms. Now you can see the number of variables in our model. The total number of variables in our model 39. 39 means 17 observed variable. Observed means questions 81, 82, 83, and 5 unobserved attitude 17 plus 5 22, and 17 unobserved error term E1, E2, E3. So 22 plus 17 total number of variable in our model 39. So 39 and 17 observed variable. Observed variable nothing but number of questions. So initially we took 17 questions. So all the questions known as observed variable. Unobserved variable 5 error 5 construct and 17 error term. Number of exogenous same as 17 error term and 5 construct, and number of endogenous 17. Next is we need to check the two things. One is model fitness. Model fitness. In a model fitness, I told you we need 5. We need 5 values. One is for goodness of fit. Goodness of fit. First is C min by degree of freedom. Its value should be less than 2. And our value is 1.345. So it is okay, no problem. And 3 values of goodness of fit indices. The one is GFI, goodness of fit index. It should be greater than 0.95. But our actual value is 0.944. So 0.994 value. Actual value 0.944. The third value TLI, Tucker-Lewis index, it is 0.983. And one is PNFI, parsimonious normed fit index, its value 0.762. And the next value, one value, that is RMSEA. One value, badness of fit index, RMSEA, root mean square error approximation value, RMSEA, its value 0.034. It should be less than 0.08, and these values should be greater than 0.95. But these value may vary कर सकती हैं. So इसका supporting document I am showing you. The supporting document कैसे मुझे ये बातें प्रूव करनी है अपनी, इसके लिए मैं एक बुक ओपन कर रहा हूँ. Book name Multivariate Data Analysis by Hare Anderson. It's very good book. तो ये बुक मैं आपको शो कर रहा हूँ. ये शेयर भी कर दूंगा मैं आप लोगों को, मिल जाएगी. ये Hare Anderson. तो ये बुक अच्छी है. इसमें हम लोग पढ़ के इसकी जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वो समझ सकते हैं. Discovering Hare Anderson. Yes. ये देखिए बुक है मेरे पास. The title name of this book, Multivariate Data Analysis. एंड चैप्टर देर आर टू चैप्टर, वन चैप्टर जो है हमारा कंफर्मेटरी फैक्टर एनालिसिस, ये देखिए ये उसके रिजल्ट्स इन्होंने शो किए हैं। ये रिजल्ट्स मैं शो कर रहा हूँ, इसमें एक टेबल दी है, टेबल मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ जिसमें जो वैल्यूज कट ऑफ वैल्यू वेरी कर रही हैं। इसकी थ्योरी में यस, ये तो उसका रिजल्ट आ गया, नहीं ये नहीं है अभी। इसमें इसमें वैल्यू है, मैं अभी शायद इसमें देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ, मैं एक बार ट्राई कर लेता हूँ। तो वो क्राइटेरिया है, यू कैन साइट, इनको साइट कर सकते हैं कि कितनी वैल्यू होनी चाहिए उसका साइटेशन। ये देख लेता हूँ, हो सकता है फिर दूसरी किताब में हो, पहले कोशिश करता हूँ, वैसे तो है इसी किताब में। तो ये जो वैलिडिटी है वो हम इससे, शायद इस बुक में नहीं है, वो दूसरे में है। चलिए कोई बात नहीं, मैं ये देखिए ये रिजल्ट हमें वैसे शो करने हैं इस तरीके के। देखिए अभी मेरा ये फर्स्ट पार्ट कंप्लीट हुआ है, अभी इसके बाद हम स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल परफॉर्म करेंगे। पहले एक बार इसकी वैल्यूज मैं चेक कर लूं। शायद इसमें नहीं है, शायद किसी दूसरी बुक में होगा। नहीं, ये तो अलग है, CFA इसका। चलिए मैं आगे चलता हूँ। क्लस्टर एनालिसिस, ये बुक आप जरूर पढ़ लीजिए, इसकी थ्योरी, इस बुक में से थ्योरी कर लेंगे तो कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ जाएगा, CFA एंड स्ट्रक्चरल इक्वेशन मॉडलिंग का। मल्टी डायमेंशनल, चलिए कोई नहीं, मैं दूसरा स्ट्रक्चरल ओवरव्यू शायद इसमें मिल जाए हमें, टेबल। ये देखिए ये देखिए ये टेबल है शायद इसमें, अभी नहीं है। ये गुडनेस ऑफ फिट मॉडल ये देखिए, ये टेबल है। तो ये क्राइटेरिया है इस टेबल में कि इफ योर sample size greater than 250, there are two separate tables. The sample size greater than 250 and the less than 250, and another sample size greater than 250. If our sample size greater than 250 and number of m is indicators जो हम यूज कर रहे हैं questions, if less than the 12, तो उसमें हमें CFI TLI इनकी वैल्यू 0.95. But if our questions more than 12 and less than 30, then the cutoff value may be हम इसमें 0.92 या m 30 से ज्यादा है तो 0.9 भी कट ऑफ वैल्यू हम ले सकते हैं। तो ये जो SI RMSEA, द बैडनेस ऑफ फिट इंडेक्स से जो इंडेक्स की वैल्यू है वो लेस देन 0.08 होना चाहिए। तो ये वैल्यूज कट ऑफ वैल्यू दी है इन्होंने तो इस टेबल से, और इसमें थ्योरी अच्छी समझाई हुई है कि हाउ टू परफॉर्म द कंफर्मेटरी फैक्टर एनालिसिस एंड द स्ट्रक्चरल इक्वेशन मॉडलिंग। नाउ आई एम explaining the other thing of the model, that is the पहला तो देखिए हमने ये डिस्कस कर लिया, फर्स्ट पार्ट गुडनेस ऑफ फिट इंडाइसिस, सेकंड इज एस्टिमेट्स। देखिए ये तो वैल्यू ओके आ गई हमारी। देन द स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड रिग्रेशन वेट, so this is correlation between the attitude and question number 1 at 81. So the factor loading is 0.817. So for convergent validity, we need all the standardized factor loading should be greater than the 0.708. So we will create a factor matrix like this. You can see the factor matrix, and in this factor matrix, these are variables and 5 constructs: attitude, subjective norm, attitude, subjective norm, perceived behavioral control. ये टेबल हमें खुद बनानी पड़ेगी डेटा से, इसी वाली टेबल से। एंड देन PI, परचेज इंटेंशन एंड परचेज बिहेवियर। सो एटीट्यूड के 4 क्वेश्चन है, AT1, AT2, AT3, AT4। देन सब्जेक्टिव नॉर्म SN1, SN2, SN3, same as PBC 1, 2, 3, 4, PI 1, 2, 3, PB 1, 2, 3. Is it clear? So what is the value? 0.817, 0.769, 0.77, and then 0.785. Then the 3 values of factor loading of subjective norm construct: 0.809, 0.936. Same as we will put all the values here. So through this table, when we estimate the AVE, average variance expected, of this construct, so we will square of this value plus square of this value plus, then we will create the average variance expected value of all the 5 construct. So ये टेबल देखिए हमने बनाई है। टेबल मैं आपको शो कर देता हूं। इसी ये वैल्यूज हमने यहां से एस्टिमेट से लेके वी क्रिएटेड दिस टेबल में। टेबल ये जो है एक देखिए इस तरीके से हम लोग मैनुअली वी विल क्रिएट द टेबल। ठीक है। सो द फर्स्ट वी आर चेकिंग कन्वर्जेंट वैलिडिटी थ्रू स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड फैक्टर लोडिंग ऑल दी वैल्यूज ग्रेटर देन 0.078, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Second is average variance extracted. When we square this factor loading and divide it by 4, then we will get the value of average variance extracted. Same as this another second construct subjective norm, pursuit well control, purchase intention and purchase behavior. सारी वैल्यूज ऑल दी वैल्यूज ग्रेटर देन 0.5 और 50% से ज्यादा है. थर्ड इज, ये देखिए इसका फॉर्मूला भी हमारे पास है, the average variance extracted, how to calculate manually. ये देखिए, they add all squared factor loading and divide by number of observations. Second, third thing, we will estimate construct reliability. The formula of construct reliability, add all the factor loading of one construct and then square, then divide by same and plus error term. Error term means delta. How will we get this delta? So we horizontally square. When we square 0.817, so value is 0.667. It is this value known as communalities, and these values should greater than 0.5. So you can see all the values in this column greater than 0.5. When we subtract this value, so we will get standardized error variance. So the 0.33 means 1 minus 0.667. So value is 0.333. These values should less than 0.5. So सारी value हमारी कम होनी चाहिए. So we will add these value in this formula. यहाँ पे add करके and then divide. So the first construct reliability 86% and the cutoff value is 70%. So here we can say all the values greater than the 60% criteria. So 70% से सारी values ज़्यादा है. The first is 86, second construct 87, third construct 83, and fourth 88%, then 80%. Next is we will estimate the discriminant validity. So through this table we will estimate the discriminant validity. Discriminant validity basically tell us the extent to which a construct is truly distinct other construct. Is it clear? So कैसे ये एक कंस्ट्रक्ट दूसरे कंस्ट्रक्ट से अलग होना चाहिए, अनरिलेटेड. सो ये इन प्रिंसिपल डायगोनल भी हमने इनको वैल्यूज को पुट कर दिया इसमें, एंड देन ऑफ डायगोनल स्क्वायर्ड इंटर कंस्ट्रक्ट. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल एस्टिमेट द इंटर कंस्ट्रक्ट कोरिलेशन. इंटर कंस्ट्रक्ट कोरिलेशन कैसे आएगा, मैं उस टेबल को शो कर रहा हूं. देखिए जो मेरे पास टेबल है आउटपुट वाला, ये देखिए इसमें जो वैल्यू है ये वाली वैल्यू देख रहे हैं आप, ये जो वैल्यू आ गई हमारे पास कोरिलेशन की 0.107. when we square this interconstruct correlation we will put off diagonal. ऑफ डायगोनल में सारी वैल्यूज हमें स्क्वायर करके पुट कर देनी है. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से हम देखेंगे कि डिस्क्रिमिनेंट, देयर इज नो इशू ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेंट वैलिडिटी बिकॉज ऑल द ऑफ डायगोनल वैल्यूज आर लेस देन द एवरेज वेरिएंस एक्सट्रैक्टेड. ठीक है, तो इसमें मॉडल फिटनेस में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. माय मॉडल फिट है, वैलिड है, रिलायबल है. नाउ आई विल स्पेसिफाई माय स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल सेकंड पार्ट में. अभी बात खत्म नहीं हुई है, अभी हमें सेकंड पार्ट इसका और परफॉर्म करना है. तो सेकंड पार्ट में उसके रिजल्ट भी सेम ही होंगे, इंटरप्रिटेशन सेम होगा उसका भी, बस उसमें हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग हम करेंगे. So I'm creating the new model. ये लैंडस्केप ये व्यू इंटरफेस प्रॉपर्टीज पेज लेआउट लैंडस्केप, क्योंकि उसका पिक्चर थोड़ा अलग बनेगा पार्ट डायग्राम, तो इसलिए मैंने इसको लैंडस्केप में लिया. नाउ आई एम क्रिएटिंग पार्ट डायग्राम. The first construct, then duplicate, drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay, so the first construct attitude, it has 4 items, 4 items, purchase intention 3 items, 3 items. Is it clear? Now I am rotating this and select all and move. कुछ पिक्चर बाहर आ रही हैं तो मैं चाह रहा हूं ये इसके अंदर आ जाएं. चलिए थोड़े से अभी भी बाहर हैं, कोई बात नहीं. डीसेलेक्ट आ गया यहां से करके ना, रिसाइज द पार्ट डायग्राम. तो इसको हमने जब प्रेस किया तो रिसाइज हो गया इनसाइड दिस रेक्टेंगल में आ गया. नाउ आई एम ड्राइंग द relationship exogenous with endogenous, and the covariance first. For covariance we need to select all the 3 constructs, plugins, and then draw covariance. Is it clear? Then deselect. After deselecting, select the file, data file. So my file and SAM TPB, and then OK. Naming the construct. So I am named the construct. The first construct name is attitude. Second construct name subjective norm. Third construct name PBC. Fourth construct name PI, purchase intention. And fifth construct name purchase behavior. Is it clear? Now I need to drag and drop the items. These are the items. मैं इसको इधर ले आया, ठीक है. So view, then interface properties, miscellaneous, untick this display variable labels and apply, otherwise a full question will appear. Then 81, 82, 83, 84, subjective norm 3 questions, and 4 questions of perceived behavioral control. So we can resize भी कर सकते हैं, इसका font size कम भी कर सकते हैं. Then 3 questions of purchase intentions, PI2, PI3, and 3 questions of purchase behavior, PB1, drag and drop. Then third question drag and drop. Now there are two endogenous construct. The one endogenous construct name is PI, purchase intention. So here add unique variable, this one, and another endogenous variable, purchase behavior, and then write the name of each error term. So I'm using plugins name unobserved variables. अब ये मेरा मॉडल कंप्लीट हो गया. Now I will run this model again. So how to run it? So go to model run. Data select हो गया हमारा. Then estimate, select analysis, standardized, indirect, direct effect, and then estimates. You can give any name. आपकी मैं नाम दे देता हूँ FCA SAM, and then you can save this file and your model complete. ये देखिए मॉडल हमारा कंप्लीट हो गया. मॉडल कंप्लीट. सो इस तरीके से ये मॉडल आप कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. एंड आफ्टर कंप्लीट again we need to check validity and reliability of the model, although we have done in previous stage, but again we will write the results. So how will we report the result? Go to analysis properties and then view text. When you press it, view text, then you can see the output. The output is this pella model fit. Again we will check whether all the values above the cutoff value or not. So here you can see the value, first value C mean by degree of freedom, it is less than 2, no issue. Then we check 3 goodness of fit indices, GFI 0.942 greater than or near to cutoff value. Then TLI टकर लेविस इंडेक्स. अगर कुछ चीज समझ में नहीं आ रही तो इसको हम यहाँ प्रेस करके पूरी डिटेल पढ़ लेंगे. TLI मीन्स टकर लेविस इंडेक्स कोफिशिएंट, and then PNFI 0.781 and one badness of fit indices, RMSEA रूट मीन स्क्वायर एरर अप्रोक्सीमेशन. तो इनकी वैल्यू भी हमारी जो कट ऑफ वैल्यू 0.08, only value should be near to 0, or so it is 0.035 which is less than 0.08. तो कोई इश्यू इसमें नहीं है. और तो मॉडल फिटनेस ओके. Now the second is the estimates. Now you can check the standardized factor loading. Standardized factor loading. These are the factor loading values. ये वाली वैल्यू फैक्टर लोडिंग की है. एंड अबाव वैल्यूज जो है ये वाली, ये हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग की वैल्यू है. तो हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग वेदर दीज वैल्यू यहाँ से हम देख सकते हैं वेदर द हाइपोथेसिस जो है वो सिग्निफिकेंट है या नहीं. तो वी कैन write our hypothesis. So there are 4 the hypothesis. One, construct attitude, subjective norm, perceived behavior control, and purchase intention and purchase. We cannot test hypothesis in measurement model or CFA. हम केवल स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल में करेंगे. द फर्स्ट हाइपोथेसिस H1, H2, H3, H4. H1 purchase intention and attitude. Purchase intention and attitude. Whether the P value less than 0.05 or not? No. this p value greater than 0.05. So we will write there is no significant impact of attitude on purchase intention. Second value, purchase intention and subjective norm, the p value 0.005. So here p value less than 0.05. So we will report the subjective norm significantly influencing the purchase intention. And the third, purchase intention and purchase behavior, again it is greater than 0.05. So there is no significant impact of purchase pursuit behavior control on purchase intention. And last hypothesis, the p value again greater than 0.05. So this hypothesis also does not support the result. So there is no significant impact of purchase intention on purchase behavior. बस ये एडिशनल हमें और हाइपोथेसिस देना। अब रिपोर्ट कैसे करना देखिए। नाउ यू कैन सी द रिसर्च पेपर्स जो भी मैंने शो किए थे आपको, वही रिसर्च पेपर मैं शो कर रहा हूँ। 1 मिनट, अब हम इसको आराम से समझ सकते हैं। रिसर्च पेपर्स, यस, अब देखिए जैसे कोई भी पेपर उठा लें हम, देखिए ये हमारे आगे इसके रिजल्ट्स, these are critical so construct reliability, p value, ये स्टैंडर्ड फैक्टर लोडिंग, ये क्रिटिकल रेशो है, बेसिकली टी वैल्यू कहते हैं इसको, टी वैल्यू, ठीक है ना। तो लेकिन ये रिजल्ट जो है हमें यहाँ से लेने होंगे इस वाले मॉडल से, बिकॉज इट इज स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल। व्हेन स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल मींस व्हेन वी एस्टिमेट रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन कंस्ट्रक्ट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट। सो ये वन कंस्ट्रक्ट टू अनदर कंस्ट्रक्ट, ये हमारे रिलेशनशिप आ गया। बहुत सारे रिलेशनशिप है यहाँ पे, देखिए इस तरीके से यू कैन रिपोर्ट द रिजल्ट, द पी एस क्यू विद रिलेशनशिप सेट, ये जो उनके वेरिएबल्स हैं, सेट वहां गया, ये वाला देखिए पी एस क्यू, ये वाला set and PSQ, is it significant or no, whether this relationship significant or no. So we will check it through the, yes, it is significant because critical ratio is 8.29. critical ratio nothing but t value. So if t value greater than plus minus 1.96, greater than plus 1.96 and less than minus 1.6, it means it is significant. So this relationship, so significant, and you can write confirmed, or when p value greater than 0.05, like here the p value 0.673, it means not supported और अनकन्फर्म्ड। मतलब अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं लिखने के, तो वो आप इसमें इस तरीके से लिख के एक रिसर्च पेपर आप यू कैन डेवलप कर सकते हैं। इसी तरीके से देखिए ये इन्होंने अलग रिजल्ट दिखाया। रिलायबिलिटी, अगेन वी कैन चेक हाउ टू चेक द रिलायबिलिटी ऑफ आवर रिसर्च इंस्ट्रूमेंट। दिस इज माय research instrument. Go to analyze, then reliability of the scale, classify ये scale and reliability analysis. Is it clear? So reliability Cronbach alpha value should be greater than the 0.7. So the first construct name is attitude. So okay, so what is the value of this? Yes, value is 0.867 Cronbach alpha values. तो it is valid scale, valid. तो दो तरीके से कर सकते हैं, तो separately we take all construct and another overall all the construct की validity हम निकाल लें। एक तो separately करना है, and second is select all 17 questions, पूरे मॉडल रिलायबल है या नहीं। ये TPB, theory of plant behavior, and okay, then the value of this model 0.712, 17 items. So it is reliable. क्रोनबॉक अल्फा की वैल्यू रिलायबल है, ये मेजरमेंट जो टूल है हमारा ये रिलायबल है एंड वैलिड भी है। तो देर आर टू इश्यूज इन टेस्टिंग द हाइपोथेसिस, वन इज रिलायबिलिटी एंड सेकंड इज वैलिडिटी। तो दोनों वैल्यू हमारी अगर अबाउ द कट ऑफ वैल्यू है तो हमारा जो मॉडल फिट है, थ्योरी टेस्ट कर लिया, बिकॉज अवर पर्पस टेस्टिंग और वेरीफाइंग द थ्योरीज। इफ रिजल्ट्स आर अबाउ द कट ऑफ वैल्यू देन देयर इज नो इश्यू, हमारा मॉडल फिट है। तो ये एक छोटा सा मैंने एक आपको आइडिया दिया है स्ट्रक्चरल इक्वेशन मॉडलिंग के लिए। अब नाउ यू कैन आस्क, अगर आपकी कोई क्वेरी है तो आप, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम।